it in, and then we'll also had a picture I thought I'd do a more traditional watercolor with. I'm not going to use the whole photo as a reference, but something similar to this. But do, instead of doing horizontal, do vertical, and one tree, not a couple trees. Hi, Kat. Let me let everybody get in. And I'll start with a piece of Yupo. Hey, Janet. I thought we'd start with the Yupo and just putting some strong color on there with some coral and some greens. Put this aside for later. All right. I'm going to go fairly dark with the green. In two colors. And then on the, I'm going to use vermilion and red. Add to the red. And let's add to the vermilion. On there. Okay, I'm going to put some water on here. Just let it drop and bleed. Or touch and bleed. That kind of looks floral, doesn't it? Well, I like those, so let's leave those alone. And let's go to the greens. And add some areas of green in the background. Right now I'm just trying to get some solid color on there. That we can kind of let dry. I'm going to get rid of the white here somewhat on the outside. Without disturbing the flowers. I'm kind of losing that one there. Okay. Tay-Tay is not happy. The one thing I don't like about the Yupo is I wish you could dry it like more traditional watercolor. All right, let's go to the Primus and get some of the interference. There's not really, I wish I had a better choice for red, like a poppy red color. Oh yeah, like, I don't know. And I thought I had rubber cement and I don't. I think I took it to school. Let's put that interference in the, see what it does. In the middle of our flowers. All right, but I am gonna soak up some of this. And push the green back. These are the worst brushes known to man. I've got like 6 or 7 hairs that just fell out. They're the Artist Loft. Never ever buy them. They might make good got soup already in there. We kind of got mud going. Not sure I like any of it. And let's try the other 10 and see. No, you know what? Let's try the Magicals. And they did dry really well now. Put a little water in the red and the green. Let's get some red and drop it in here. That looks like a flower to me. This one still, it lost some of that. I like how this one's fanning out. Added some solid red back in there. Okay, and let's add some of the green Magicals in here. I'm starting to get dry, so that's what I want on this green. It's starting to, I'm not gonna, the green Magicals isn't gonna show up, but I like the red. All right. I don't like this right here. This is doing fine. Okay, so let's go back in with a little heavier green and let it kind of dry. This is starting to dry over here. I need it to dry for the next step. Okay, let's clean that. All right. Let me move those out of my way. I think we're done with that. I'm going to get rid of the watercolor. And I'm going to move this. I'm going to set some stuff to the side. I want to kind of let this dry. So I thought I'd slide it over. I want to let that green kind of dry. All right, here's the other piece of paper. And I've basically got a sun on it. And I'm going to use some of the leftover watercolor. And I'm going to take tape and make the land. But I kind of want dips and curves in it. I don't want necessarily a straight line. And I don't know how this is going to work, but we'll try it and we'll let it dry. And then we'll check that out. All right. I'm going to get this sky wet. All right, and we're going to start with the yellow in areas. And then move into kind of an orange color. Go back to the yellow. I want yellow where this frisket is. Or an orangey color. Let me try to hit some of that just straight up yellow and let it sort of sit there. Trying to get some of the pink back into it. All right, rinse that. It's kind of a magenta color, but it's really drying up, so. Hi, Mindy. Okay, I think that's trying to get just a little bit darker red in here. Maybe more yellow up here. Okay. I think that's enough of an ombre type sky. Our green's still drying over here. Okay, let me dump that water. It is. Let me go get fresh water real quick, because I have that green polluted it really fast. Be right back. Of course, I'm going to use black now, so it's not going to be very good. In fact, I may take a little cup and add some of this water to it just for the black. All right. And I'm not going to dilute that a whole lot. In fact, I may end up using black acrylic. I'm not sure. All right, here we go. We're going to do a tree. But I'm going to use the tree right here as a photo reference. Okay, and then this one. I'm going to focus. I'm going to go to a smaller brush. Hi, Beth. Hi, Kimberly. All right. Then each of these branch off. Some gnarly tree here. It's got kind of knots and bumps. All right, and I'm going to switch to an even smaller brush. Let me zoom the camera in just a little bit. Just knocked all those stencils on the floor. Okay, maybe. Here's Bob. Oh, Gene. Yeah, I'm painting a tree. It's supposed to be like an African sunset. It's a gnarly tree that, see, it's, not displeased with it so far. I think these are too delicate up here. No, I don't like painting. I'm trying to push myself, Jean. But I'm armed with somewhat of a reference photo today. Yeah, I don't like flowers either. Okay. Yeah, I'm more apprehensive about the tree than I am the giraffe. I don't have quite as rounded as a canopy as I should. Let me tell Bob something real quick. Hey, babe, I fed them their can. Oh. Okay, do I want to remove the frisket next and maybe do the sun and then put some tree across the sun? I'm thinking, but I'm not positive. But let's remove the frisket because it's got to happen anyways. And there's some yellow where there was holes, which I knew there were holes in the frisket. Trying not to get the frisket in the green paint, which is still drying. Okay. So let's clean this. Okay. Let's dry that real quick. It's kind of what I'm going to try to get, Eileen, but we'll see. Okay, I need a clean paper towel because I think that's as much of glow as we're going to get. Try. Let me try something. I'll put a ring of wet out here. I'm going to try the yellow in that ring. All right, then I'm going to clean my brush. And I'm going to try to bleed that out. And leave a glow. But not a line. There's sort of a glow. As much of a glow as I can get, I think. It's going. Okay. Try not to get a hard line though in here. All right, that's about as glowy as it's going to get. Take that paint out of that. Okay, now get back to the tree. Okay, so now do we want to take the tree a little bit across the sun? Okay, I think the tree is done. Yeah, it's supposed to be an African Serengeti. Our green Yupo is Our Yupo's drying on the green. All right, let's take the big brush and put in another layer of black. Kind of want to put like, I don't want to put a solid black. Okay, and then let's add some more. And we'll come back in and add more grasses and stuff if we need to in a minute. Let's put the animals in. Some of this grass is going to end up taller, but I just don't know what right now. I just kind of want a grassy hill. All right, let's rinse the big brush. I tell you, the Yupo over here is just kind of a hot mess. But if we don't like it, we can just wipe. Okay, there's a pair of giraffes. Here we go, people. Yep, I'm just going for it, Jean. I think he's too tall. So I think there's going to have to be more land. We can add more, like a more of a heel. We can adjust it. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so it's about 2 knuckles for the top. So I need to, I think I have the proportions. Proportions close. I think the neck's too short. The proportions are off slightly. I guarantee that one. I don't think I have the neck long enough. But I think it'll be, I mean, let's ground him a little more. Let's start laying in some of that black. We'll let that dry. Okay. Do we want to try the other one? Well, I guess why not? I don't know if there's enough room. We'll try. He's always going to have to be farther back in the picture. Gee, that's funny. It's a really weird angle. Hi, Rude John. You feel like that tree all gnarly? I haven't forgotten the fish. I can't decide if I want to paint them on the canvas or collage them. And I'm leaning towards collage because that's just what I prefer to do. Okay, this needs to be. That's a poor, sad giraffe. It's like a giraffe mated with a cow. I should have. I wish I had a way to make him look like he was farther back. But I think that's it, other than some grass. Let's put some grass in there and see if we can't redeem this little house of horrors here. Nope. Okay. Oh, y'all are way too kind because that giraffe is looking broken. We'll just put them in some tall grass. I'll put in some heavier grasses here and there. That's some real tall grass. In reality. The first one I don't think looks as bad. His neck's too short for his body. I know that. This one was a weird angle, and his neck's too short too. But he was bent or something, like he's contorted. So that's what we're going to go with. Yeah, let's try to hide the giraffes. Instead of hiding my signature, we need to hide the giraffes. Okay, we're going to call it done. As done as it's going to get. Let's rinse that brush. And I don't know, come. This is like a fail and a fail. Which is why I probably like doing stuff in collage on a background. Because although I was happy with my tree and my sky. All right, let me put that back up so it can dry. And let's see what we can do with this Yupo mess over here in a minute. Yeah, if push comes to shove, I could collage something on top of it. But them giraffes are busted. And I should have just used pencil because the pencil would have gotten hidden by the black anyways. It's like a cow and a giraffe had a baby. All right, look at that. Yeah, the sun and the tree I'm happy with. And I can live with the first giraffe. So, like I said, it was just it's So it was fun. I like the sunset. I like the sun. I'm happier with the tree. But yeah, the giraffes, not so much. See if you just, even the one giraffe was better. So it was, like I said, I was just trying to do something. It wasn't what I had planned to do. This is what I had planned to do, and this is not, this is a hot mess. So let's see if we can do something with this. First of all, let's take some stencils and wipe back the Yupo in areas with the baby wipe. Kind of like that because it looks like leaves. I'm thinking about stamping on it. Yeah, it ended up being way too much black on the bottom, but I was thinking about matting it. Yeah, you're right, John. It ended up way too much. Um, a face over here, Mindy, I think you mean. If there's a face, give me a minute and I'll probably make it go away. It's bad. Did you get done, Dot? I don't like this. The bag packed for indigo. That's good. I like this right here. I could see that could almost be a flower. I don't know, Eileen. What should we do? I'm game at this point. Maybe we wipe it all off. Because it is ugly. Like we want to see faces, that we're always looking for faces. Like our brain's trying to. Okay, I'm not getting any direction from Eileen. What do we do, guys? We have to get new baby wipes. I know that. Do we spray it and blot it with a paper towel? And add more watercolor and splatter it and just... I don't like the stencil thing. We could drop more of the... I'm not super fond of it either, Jean. Other than I got some to try Patty's technique. Okay, it cannot get worse than what it is. This is a dark field. So let's add some water. And let's try some of these. Interference colors with metallics. And the green and the blue. It is giving it some pretty, I don't know if you can see the color on the screen. Oh, Eileen, it's ugly, but it's starting to maybe get somewhere. Let's try. Okay, let's try some of this coppery color. Of course, Eileen likes it because it's green. Okay, let's try some of the blue. The blue is helping the hair off there. I don't know. I'm not wild about it. Maybe the silver would redeem some of it. Violet will go brown with this green. Is the problem with the purples. But I can try, I mean, see that green has gone into that red. Let's try this. Okay, now let's try some purple or something pinky. Yeah, see the purple goes brown. Okay, but I did like... I'm going to try this. We have nothing to lose because this is ugly. If I were to go to alcoholics with it, if I had pretty colors. That kind of helped. Let's see. Her Yupo class with Patty, she made a mermaid. Is it better now? Like muted and blended? Ooh, I have heartburn. Need to eat. Now, if I had a bunch of flower stencils or stamps, you might be able to do something to that. But these aren't going to cut it. But I did have... I'm thinking that like there's a flower here with a bud and a cluster here, like 1, 2, 3 big flowers and a bud, kind of. I don't know if it got renewed or not. I haven't watched it, but I've seen the commercials. That's right up. So I'm thinking about just stamping some butterflies, raindrops on the flowers. I'm thinking about coming back in and doing like micro pen work in black. I'm not Janet. Are you talking to me, Dot? Are you talking to Janet? I'm lost. All right, let's put just for grins, let's put a butterfly. Or 2 on this. If you really don't like it, I can cover it all up with paper and call it a day. And collage right on top of that baby. It's plastic. It's not going anywhere. All right. And I think I'm going to put a piece of Post-it. Ah! I need a stamp thing. I admit it. I have to break down and get a block. Let's try this again. It also wiggles on Yupo. That works. Okay, Dot. I mean, I just was not sure who you were talking to. Okay. So I think 2 butterflies is good. I wish I had green ink. All right, let's try this. We're going to just use what we got here. Because there is one good thing about Yupo. Because if you don't like it, you can wipe it all back for the most part. Like, okay. Let's see. Let's tear this in half. And let's ink that again. I don't know. Don't like. Thanks, Elaine. It's something. I don't know if it's beautiful, but okay, I think I should step away from those. You know what? I need to stop using that brush. I won't get upset when I ruin my really good brush. Let's try a yucky brush. All right, let's try a pit pen. Okay, let's try some red, maybe. All right, I don't know where I'm going, but we'll just keep going. Okay, I think that sort of looks like a flower. Okay, let's get pink and a magenta. All right, let's go back with the this flower just needs another stem. All right. We'll keep rolling with it. I'm going to leave that alone and leave it real abstract. Okay, let's go with a darker. And then the red. These are Pitt pens. They're Faber-Castell. They're India ink. They're permanent when they dry. Kind of an abstract rose, sort of. Okay. And you know what we should do is maybe we should try to lift out some of this black and put in green. Let me get the baby wipe package to open. I don't like all this heavy black. These are all Pitt pens. If you use them on paper, they're like regular markers. But if you use them over gel medium, you can blend them. Now, they're on the Yupo. You can pretty much blend anything on the Yupo. No, that's the one thing I don't like about Yupo is it's not really permanent. I guess if you spray it or fixative on it, Eileen, right? Like I'm getting it on my hands when I set my hands down on it. I think that green helped. Lifting it some more with a brush. come back in with the green. Okay, and then we'll kind of like that abstract. Yeah. It's funny how there's not that many lefties, but a lot of artists are lefties. All right, so maybe now I need to come back. Just in these areas where I all right, and this is some green in an area too. I don't know. These are Prima, Elaine. They're the metallics. They look really good on black paper, or if you put them on a dark color, they will make it move. And I have two sets. This is your metals and some bright colors, and this is your pastels and some interference. And they're about $12 to $20 a set, depending where you get them. I think I paid $15. I think that this monstrosity is as done as it's going to get. Those stamps up. Okay, I gotta work through the uglies, and it's still pretty ugly, in my opinion. And I'll tell you what I'm tempted to do is I'm tempted to spray it with water and then blot it with and bring it all the way back to a muted. Should we try it? But the butterflies will, if I had a fine enough mist. Because the good thing about Yupo is if you don't like it, you could just wipe all this back and start over. That's the one good thing about Yupo. You'd have some staining. So I don't know. Like I said, not my cup of tea at all, color-wise. Go ahead and wipe it. Let's go for it. First of all, let's try just taking and spraying it and blotting it and see what happens. And see if we get a muted version. Yeah, really, Eileen, because I don't like it. Well, I like it better. I like how it pushed it in the background. I do think it looks better. I don't like that at all. I think it made it blend more. But I'm still not crazy about it. So we'll leave it there because if I really wipe it back, some people would have a heart attack, I think. Yeah, it blended it. but I still don't like it. I do like it more muted. Better. Still don't care for it. Yeah, it helped the black calm down. Wipe it back. All right. Let's see what we get. Now you have to put your back into it to get some of that black. I'm sure the people on YouTube are thinking, why did I watch this? Wonky. Yeah. Oh, Jean won't have a heart attack. And I'm just scrubbing down. You cannot hurt this stuff. It's not going to peel. Now, the pink and the green are stained. All right, let's have some fun, Eileen. That's the problem with art on Yupo is, to me, it's always going to be in danger of coming off. Now, I don't have much. At all. But I have two. I have two and something else I found today. It doesn't squirt, but it is that. Where is rubbing alcohol? Now, I don't have a sprayer for the rubbing alcohol, unfortunately. And I don't even think I have a pipette. I do have an eyedropper, though. This is alcohol ink. It's in a spray bottle that had mica that won't spray. Let's try. Let me get it in a container I can actually access. Okay, you ready? This is alcohol. This is what Yupo's best for. Okay, I think that's enough of the purple and the red. Maybe it needs a big blob over there. Okay, let's see where the green takes it in areas. That's the only colors I have this set. It was a purple, green, and a red. Ooh, Bob's going to get peeved at me because of the rubbing alcohol smell. Okay, can we slowly dry it? No, because it's got rubbing alcohol. It's so wet, I could blot some of it. Like I said, I don't have a lot of the pretty inks. I'm blowing air through the eyedropper. Little bits of rubbing alcohol and air. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna put that. Let me open the door. I'm gonna quick some up right here in the middle. And let it fill back in. Like the random little, it needed some littles. Okay. What is ink off, Eileen? Yeah, I do like ink. I just haven't invested in the inks. I do like how they look. Sucking up some of that brown and moving it off into other areas. So Eileen, tell us what ink off is. Mm. It's getting close to dry. There's just little bits of water I'm putting on it. And air. I'm blowing on there. Yeah, I do like the way that it's a Timmy thing. Some sort of ink pad you use with the ink. When you bought the ink off, Timmy's ink off. Starting to dry. Let it dry and then I'm adding some darker value back on top without the. I wish I could control the. What circle I just did. Up here, you mean? pretty cool. But then I'll get brown. I don't want brown, Eileen. And they're already, I'll do it in one. I just want a little drop. So that was too much. Okay, I did like that, Eileen. If they stay just like that. I think I should stop messing with it. I lost a lot of my purple, but I kind of like the. I kind of think it'll look good matted. I'll show you. I'm not going to put the matte on it, but I'm going to hold it over so you can see. And I think I'm going to call this one done. It looks good in a matte. Can shift it around. See, wiping it off was a good thing. I actually think to do Patty's trick with this, how Patty does and cuts with the, this isn't the right color, but I do think cutting a piece of this and putting the corrugated would look good with it. Kind of like Patty has done on some of those cradle boards. The purple's all kind of in the background. Oops. I like some of that blue. To show. All right, I think it's done, or I'm done with it. Well, I say that and then I pounced when I, you know what I'm going to do? That works. It's the green and the purple that makes the the brown. That kind of recovered it back. It's on my list to get more alcohol inks because I do like them and I like the look. Some people do the alcohol ink in the pores, in the resin, but I'm just not sure I want to mess with resin. My experience with it was a pain in the patootie, and it's expensive. It's better if you use wooden canvases to do the resin, I think, than the actual canvas. Because resin dries rigid. And the surface of the it's 3 bags of trash. Needs to go out now. All right, guys. I think that is it for me. Almost 3 hours, and I didn't have a plan. My poor little genetically mutated giraffes. This came out good. This I'll keep. This I consider a practice. I don't know. I may cut me some giraffes out of black paper and lay them on top of there and call it a day. Hide and watch me. That could solve the whole problem. Well, this I like a lot. I mean, I'm glad we wiped it back. I like my sun and my sunset. It's too much black in the bottom, but that could be eliminated with a matte. It's the wonky. Like I said, that could be when you get matted. When you mat it, you could easily eliminate some of that black. I like it matted. But I might seriously put some giraffes on top of the giraffes. Not so displeased with my tree. So there's progress there. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I need to put a note. Fast forward through the yuck and go to the end of the alcohol ink. Yep, it's fun just to play sometimes. All right, I'll see you guys when Z streams later. Bye, John. I need to work on my I'm going to work on my koi fish. I think what I want to do is add them to this canvas. Maybe a trio or 2. I'm not sure. I haven't decided, but that's the canvas I think I'm going to put them on. I don't want just one fish. Either a pair or 3. I was thinking about 2 orange and a black. Z did not say what time, I don't think, so I'm assuming maybe close to her normal time. I don't know if I'll stream tomorrow or not. We'll see. Just kind of what the day brings. 1 week from today, I'm back at school. So I got to get my schedule back turned around, not staying up till 3 or 4 in the morning. sleeping in until 10 or 11. All right, guys. Bye.